But first, Gene starts with a fantasy adventure named Time Bandits.
Time Bandits is a new comic film created by a couple of members of the Monty Python English comedy group. It's a wildly uneven film, long, boring stretches mixed with some truly funny special effects. The premise of the story is charming. A group of dwarves who used to work for God have stolen his map that shows where there are holes in time and space in the universe. And this gang of little people decides to use the map for a masterful crime wave in which they're going to travel through time, drop in on famous historical characters, and swipe important relics from the likes of Robin Hood and Napoleon. Great idea. The movie starts with a marvelous scene, any kid's fantasy. The little boy is in bed for the night when all of a sudden, well, take a look.
Turn that light off.
It is off.
You think that's wild? Later, the dwarfs come through the same wall, and one of the first holes in space they drop the little boy into is ancient Greece, and a visit to King Agamemnon, played by Sean Connery.
Saved my life, remember? The enemy of the people is dead! Hail, King Agamemnon!
That was Sean Connery as King Agamemnon. A couple of these visits to famous characters, including that one, get awfully boring, and one trip to the good ship Titanic is so dull that the film completely grinds to a halt. But then the film turns itself around with a scene like this one, where the little boy and the dwarves do battle with an evil genius, a devil character played by David Warner. He wants God's map of the time holes, too. Now, this may be the ultimate rescue scene.
Over there.
Where's the trouble, Sonny?
Oh,
Aha! So, this is the best the Supreme Being can do. I guess we'll have a lynching.
that scene's a lot of fun, and there are other choice moments in the picture, too. But Time Bandits isn't all like that all the way through. Midway through the picture, in fact, I felt I had seen enough tricks and very much wanted the movie to be over. It has about 3 too many visits to famous historical people. That's why I really can't recommend Time Bandits as much as though I did enjoy a couple of its scenes. In fact, I think the 2 best are the ones we showed you.
I think I enjoyed it a little bit more than you did, at least enough to recommend it, although I also did not think it was a great film. I think my expectations must have been very great when I walked in with this cast and with the Monty Python people
And
who
that
were
first
behind it.
scene.
And the wonderful first scene. But the problem is they have such a wealth of material, so many incidents and characters, and they go through them at the same breakneck speed. It's like a Keystone Cops chase through history.
The thing that I can't figure out is, you know, comedies by tradition, especially one that's sort of pitched a little bit at young people like this is, 90 minutes, 85, 95 minutes. This film goes on much longer than that. Certainly feels like it goes on way longer than that. To what end? I don't get it.
As I said, I liked it more than you did. I wonder whether children might not enjoy it more than we did, because it is endlessly inventive, and it does put this kid in the middle of all these grown-up situations where King Agamemnon and Robin Hood are talking to him, putting him up on their horse and things like that. That's fun for a kid to identify with.
I suppose so.
And another thing, the set decoration, the costume, the whole art direction of this film makes it really look like a terrific film.
Yeah, but the adults that are sitting there are going to be bored intermittently and regularly.
So, yes and no. Okay.
A split decision on Time Bandits. Roger found it a delightful adventure film. I saw some dull patches. He votes yes. I reluctantly vote no.